Oh, yo, what's cracking? So, at it with a special edition, I guess, of The Wire. If you're not familiar with The Wire, what The Wire is, basically, um, excuse me, basically, The Wire is a show where I sit down and talk about the things going on around Madden Elite. There's a project I've been working on for some time, and that project is ready to go live. And basically, you see the image next to me, right? The Elite Illustrated. I've seen over the last few years a handful of leagues. They like make these magazine covers, right? And like that's all they ever are. There's just magazine covers. I'm like, why don't you like go all the way and make an actual magazine? And that's what we've done. We're not the first league to do this. I know the Soden Bowl, and if you look on this cover over here, that like middle box of text there, it says "Community" by S. Soden. Soden himself wrote a piece for this. There's quite a few different people that we got involved in this. But I know over in the Soden Bowl, they've actually done more than just covers. They've made a magazine, and they actually, if I have the right information, I believe they even printed the magazine. Unfortunately, Matt and Elite were not that fancy. We got a digital project, and I'm very pleased with the project. It came together in a bit over a week, I believe. I forget the exact date we actually started working on it, but it came together pretty quick. The first one that we did, I wanted to do in a time crunch to kind of just like have that safety blanket to be like, okay, I know this is something I can do in a time crunch. I'm going to aim to do one of these a month. I don't know if we will be able to maintain that in the long run, but that is the goal. So we'll see what kind of comes of that. And in this special edition of The Wire, basically, we're going to take some time and we're just going to kind of look through this magazine. I'm going to talk to you about it a little bit. I'm not going to go like super in depth into everything because you need to go and read it and look at it for yourself. It's actually also a different type of presentation. I have it all set up in a read-only Discord server. So if you want to check it out, you have to hop into that Discord server, and there is no like general chat or anything in there. It's basically all just read-only, and you'll be able to like click on each page of the magazine, check it out, read over it. Originally, I had it set up in a Google Doc, but the way it opened on certain devices, the resolution got real wonky, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good. So I noticed though that when I sent like the pages to people through like a Discord message, it opened up very nice in Discord. So I was like, you know what? Let's just make Discord servers. And I'm thinking right now we'll probably make like a server for each magazine when it comes out, and literally it's just like read only. So that might not make sense, but when you hop in, you check it out, you'll see it. I'll post a Discord link. Also, the QR code down in the bottom. If you actually scan that QR code, it will boop, pop you into the Discord. So that QR code is synced up to the Discord invite. But we're just going to kind of look over this, and here the first page you see, like if you got a magazine, you need an index page, right? Well, here you go. Here's your index page, and you can see right there we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different articles, and I believe we have about 9 people that contributed to these articles. There is a page in the Discord, a channel in the Discord server titled Credits. You hop in there and you can look at it and you can see like everyone who contributed to it, and they'll have like links to their stuff, so you can check out their stuff if you want. But I'm not going to dive into like like okay, story of Madden Elite and like read to you all the titles. We're just going to thumb through it. So the very first page you see, it is the story of Madden Elite, and basically it's just kind of like a brainchild, the story of like how we arrived to where we are. Some people, like to a lot of people, like the name Madden Elite, it's a new name kind of in the CFM community, but our core players, like we've been playing together for like a decade, and this kind of just kind of a reflective piece over those beginnings, and also kind of paths out the story, the trail that Madden Elite has blazed since the name Madden Elite has emerged. The second page, or the second article, page 3, because index page is page 1, right? Table of contents is page 1. This page here. Um, I reached out to Soden from the Soden Bowl. He is someone that I've always looked up to in the CFM space, someone that I've always looked at as an example on how to do certain things. And as this was coming together, I reached out to him. I was like, hey, man, I'm throwing this together. A big inspiration for it was the magazine that you and your league put out. I don't know if you're interested, but I would love to have you write a piece. And specifically, I challenged him to write a piece on innovation within the CFM space, because I kind of see him as an innovator in the space. And what he came back with was this piece on community. And if you compare this piece to the first piece, the piece about the story of Madden Elite, there's a common thread that establishes the heartbeat of a successful league, and that is community. Community is everything. You can paint a pretty picture with media, but in the end, if the community is broken, then like what you do with media is not going to matter. The heartbeat of everything in any thriving CFM is the community that it builds. And then following up with that, we have an article that was written by the commissioner of Madden Elite, the commish corner with the commission Madden Elite bread. And basically, he kind of dives into his predictions with the season 4 playoffs looming. And then this next article is one that I'm very excited about. New Year, New Faces, written by Brennan Turner, the staff writer of League Crawler. Over at leaguecrawler.com, Brennan is going to be having a series of articles coming out highlighting the upcoming rookies in the Madden 22 for Madden 22. And the very first installment of this series isn't taking place over at leaguecrawler.com. It is taking place here in this issue of Elite Illustrated. So here in this issue, he wrote this piece talking about rookies in the next Madden that are going to have the speed factor. This piece spans 3 pages. Bulk of those pages are nice pictures of the upcoming rookies, right? But yeah, so I'm looking forward to the future pieces of that. The future pieces will be over at leaguecrawler.com. If you're not paying attention to what is going on over there, you need to. League Crawler is doing amazing things in the CFM space, and the people behind it are good people. Following up with that, we have an article titled "The Most Dangerous Man in Madden Elite." I feel a little dirty. I feel a little dirty with this piece right here. I say that, what am I talking about? I have to give major credit to Beeman in this article. So no hate, no shenanigans, no beef. I know I'm always like throwing like insults and stirring the pot Beeman's way, but no insults here. Just credit where credit is due. The most dangerous man in Madden Elite, the cover athlete of the very first issue of Elite Illustrated, DK Metcalf. And it's not the 99 overall rating that makes him the most dangerous man in the league. What makes him the most dangerous man in the league? Well, you have to read the article. Following up that article, we have an article highlighting Prose versus Schmoes. It is a 2-page feature. The first page kind of gives the gist of what Prose versus Schmoes is. It talks about how the 6 pros in that league are faring. And then the second page, I reach out to the player with the best record in the league, Trey Black, the Bills owner in that league. He's sitting at, I believe, a 14-1 record. He's just having a dominant season. He's played multiple pros, and pick his brain a little bit about the league, and he absolutely like hit a home run. Like when I reached out to him for comments about the league, like I was like honestly expecting just like a little bit, but he came back with like an article in itself. So absolutely amazing. This was a really good read. Definitely check it out. And then the article that follows that is kind of more of a philosophical article, I guess you could say, real estate within the landscape, and it highlights a principle I believe that any quality CFM should pursue. And what is that? Is basically giving your owners real estate within the landscape of your league. The ideal is you want the owners in your league to feel like the league, it's just not an experience. It's just not something they are part of. You want them to feel like they have stakes in the league. You want them to feel like, in a way, they own the league. And it's kind of just my thoughts on that. So check it out. And then the Alliance Corner. The Alliance Corner, so in Madden Elite, there is a collection of PlayStation leagues that we are working with, and we are aiming to kind of collaborate with them in the long term as we continue doing these Elite Illustrateds. I'm going to give space for these leagues that we're working with to kind of come in and write a piece. The first piece that was written from the Alliance comes from our dear friend and Elite, Julian. He came in and wrote a piece about the Infernal Football League, the league that he runs and oversees. Talks about their history, their rebrands, all of their champions. The league's only been around a handful of years, but like the history that they have built, it is prestigious. And like it is as rich as certain leagues that have been around for 10 years. They really have something special over there. So definitely check that article out. And if you're looking for a PlayStation 4 league, definitely check them out. I believe when they go into next Madden, they're looking at making the switch to next gen. But yeah, definitely check them out. And then following up with the piece from the Alliance, we have Kings of the Hill. This piece was written by Debo, the Lions owner in Madden Elite. I know he's in probably like 500 other leagues because that's what he does. He's in 100 different leagues, and he's also on YouTube. I believe he's getting close to 1,000 followers on YouTube. So if you do not follow him on YouTube, stop what you're doing right now and go check it out. Hop on YouTube, type in Debo the Gamer. It'll pop right up, and click that subscribe. Debo came into the league, I believe, last season, right? Came into our league last season, and he was on the waiting list a while. And he has just been like MVP quality type owner since he's joined the league. We're excited to have him in the league. And yeah, this piece that he wrote is an amazing piece. Spans 3 pages. He reached out to all of the top owners in each of the divisions and kind of gave them kind of Q&A with them a little bit. So, and then speaking of Q&A, the last major article we have is a super in-depth interview with our Eagles owner, Kanye. Kanye is actually on vacation right now, and he pulled a fast one on the league and is having Gumbo fill in as like instead of taking like sim losses, he's like having Gumbo play his games for him. So I think the expectation was that Gumbo was going to come in and suck, and the idea was, well, it's better than taking sim losses. But Gumbo has been going ham since he's been filling in for him. I believe the Eagles are at like 10 wins. I'm not sure when Kanye's coming back, but it's looking like he's going to be in the playoffs. But that there's really not like Kanye was already on pace for the playoffs. So Gumbo's just maintaining that spot he left. This article is a 2-page article, and the 2 pages, the second page ends with probably my favorite piece of content in the entire thing: comics with Mex. We've seen Mex make his memes. He's king at making memes. He made a full out comic panel for us. So definitely check that out. Yeah, but overall, like, I had a blast putting this together. I'm hoping we can maintain it in the long run. We had a lot of people involved, not just cats in Madden Elite. I'm hoping to get even more people involved. If you work with another league, if you're listening to this and you work with another league, Madden Elite is open for business. Okay, let's collab. Let's work together. If you want stake in this, I want you to have stake in this. I don't want it to be like the Madden Elite magazine. I want it to be a CFM magazine. I believe probably the hardest thing, like probably the thing that like frustrates me the most about the CFM space is it feels like a lot of times we're all on little islands by ourselves. And like everyone like talks about how strong the MUT community is. I believe if like all of our little CFM islands could come together and begin to work together in stronger unity, I believe there would be a Titan that would rise that EA does not expect. But yeah, it's whatever, you know. But we yeah. Anyways, thanks for checking this out. Check the magazine out. The Discord link will be in the description below, and you can also scan the QR code. Yeah. Peace.